Hello, Lieblings! We have completed the present tense as well as the past tense. Now, all we need for the time travel is the future tense. Well, you're lucky because the future tense in English and German is pretty similar to each other. So, in German, we use the verb werden and its conjugated form to indicate the future tense, similar to how we use will in English. So, for example, in English, we will say, I will do my homework later, which we know will never happen. We wait till the last moment. But anyway, in German, we write it as Ich werde meine Hausaufgaben machen. I will do my homework. Easy? Well, you'll find it simpler once we go through it. But just before that, a little about Language Fluent. We teach 16 plus foreign languages and also provide with translation, interpretation, and overseas education services. To learn German officially with us, enroll for our course today. Links in the description. With that said, jetzt gehen wir weiter. Let's get on and learn the future tense of German language. My dear viewers, let us understand the future tense or Futur 1. Now, talking about the usage of the future tense, I will now tell you where all you can use the future tense and how. So here you go with the first point. The future tense mostly refers to something that is going to happen in the future. So, as an example or Beispiel, I would state, Ich nehme den letzten Zug heute Abend. Ich nehme den letzten Zug heute Abend. So this means I'll be taking the last train tonight or this evening. Now, however, future tense can also be used to emphasize on the future. So for example, you can say, Das werde ich sicherlich machen. Das werde ich sicherlich machen. Now this here means I will surely do that. Okay? So we are emphasizing on the future of something. Other than these two methods, it can also be used to express doubt or suppose something about the future. So when you're doubtful about something is going to happen in future or not, you can use the future tense. So this is how it will go. Wenn sie zurückkommt, wird sie mir bestimmt helfen. Wird sie mir bestimmt helfen. Now what does this sentence mean? It means I'm sure that she'll help me as soon as she comes back or whenever she comes back. Now this here you are actually doubting or imagining that whenever she'll come back, she's going to help me. Okay. Now, drawing a parallel between the English and the German future tense, I would say in English we use going to followed by the infinitive to talk about the immediate future. For example, I will go there. Okay, but we cannot use the German verb gehen, which means to go, followed by the infinitive. So this is something that is really different. Now, instead what happens in German? We use either the present tense or the future tense. So, this is how it goes. In German, we are going to write, das wirst du bereuen. Das wirst du bereuen. This means that you are going to definitely repeat that in future. Okay. Now, talking about how do we form the future tense, how do we write down the future tense. So this is how it goes. The future tense is formed in the same way for all the verbs, okay, be it any verb, be it strong verb, weak verb or mixed verb, anyone. We form it in a similar manner. And what is that manner exactly? The future tense has two parts to it. So the first method and the first part that we use is by using the strong verb werden. We conjugate werden that acts as an auxiliary verb, just like we used to use haben and sein in the perfect tense. Remember? Go watch the previous video if you don't. Okay, so here you go with the conjugation of the verb werden, which is very, very important. This is how the conjugation goes. Ich werde, du wirst, sie es wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden. Always keep in mind to conjugate the verb according to the subject. Alright. Now, the infinitive of the main verb goes towards the end of the sentence. So this is what happens in German, okay? This is crazy. The werden and its conjugated form takes the second part, while the infinitive of the sentence goes towards the end of the sentence. So what is this exactly? Let me help you explain it. Ich werde holen. Holen means to fetch. Now, what happens is that werden takes the second position in the sentence and holen, which means to fetch, will come at the end without being conjugated. Ich werde holen. I will fetch it. Okay? Then secondly, du wirst holen. Sie es wird holen. Wir werden holen. Ihr werdet holen. Sie werden holen. This is how the conjugation will go. I hope you've understood this concept very well, okay? But just to explain it further, I'm going to support my argument with some examples or Beispiele. This is how they go. The first one says, Morgen werde ich mein Fahrrad holen. Morgen werde ich meine Fahrrad holen. This means that tomorrow I'll go and fetch my bike. Now the second example says, Sie wird mir meine Adresse geben. Sie wird dir meine Adresse geben. She would be giving you my address. Okay? How simple is that? Now the third Beispiel or example says, Wir werden da warten. Wir werden da warten. We will be waiting there for you. Okay, with that, we have completed the future tense. I really hope you have understood the concept really well and are now able to formulate the future sentences on your own. But just before that, don't be too overconfident. I have here a Übung for you. Remember our same old exercise? So, this Übung is about matching the following sentences or statements. So, you have to match column A with column B. Remember, they are in future tense. Alright, let's see how you score in this Übung. Let's go. The first column and the first option, that is A, says Morgen gewinnen wir im Lotto. Morgen gewinnen wir im Lotto. This means tomorrow we'll be winning the lottery. Then second, ich habe mich verschlafen. Ich habe mich verschlafen. This means I have overslept. Third, wir lieben uns sehr. We really love each other. The fourth one says, wir haben kein Geld, zu verreisen. We don't have any money to travel. And the last one says, ich will studieren. I really want to study. Okay, now the column B here says, wir werden in den Ferien zu Hause bleiben. Wir werden in den Ferien zu Hause bleiben. This means we'll be at home during the holidays. Now second says, wir werden heiraten. Wir werden heiraten, which means we will be married. Third one says, ich werde so spät zur Schule kommen. Ich werde so spät zur Schule kommen. This means I will be coming late to the school. Next, the third one says, the fourth one says, ich werde zur Universität gehen. This means I will be going to the university. Ich werde zur Universität gehen. And the last or the fifth one says, wir werden reich sein. Wir werden reich sein. This means we will be extremely rich. So now I am giving you next 15 to 20 seconds to tell me the answer and match the following. Your time starts now. Yes, time's up. Do you think you were able to match all the future tense possible sentences here? Well, let us find out. So, the one you should match with the option A or the first column is the fifth one of the second column. So, the answer to the first one is 5. Then the answer to B is 3. Next, answer to C is 2. Answer to D is 1. And answer to E is 4th. Well, did you tally that out? I'm sure you nailed this one, guys. With that, we have come to the end of day 11, that is the future tense. For the next video or for video number 12, we'll be talking about the modal verbs in German language. If you liked our video, do like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tap the bell icon and never miss another video from Language Fluent. Follow us for more. Auf Wiedersehen. Bis dann.